Oh, look at this, folks. This is awesome. Oh my God. Look at that. Wow. Welcome to another video, Walk on the Wild Side, and this is a bit of a special one today, folks. I'm here at Blackpool Airport, just off Squiresgate Lane. We're just round the back of the air balloon pub over there, and we've got a huge jet here. It's an RAF C-17 Globemaster, yeah? I'm not really sure why it's here, but there's quite a crowd here looking, and I thought I'd come down and I'd give you a look as well. So that's Squiresgate Lane over there. That's where you come into the airport. I showed that when I did my hangar, the Spitfire Museum, which is just round here actually. It's just round there. And we've got a little bit of spare land here in front of the Blackpool Air Centre. This is where they used to have a Vulcan bomber on display there, yeah? And just over here we can get to see this massive jet. Look at that there. A C-17 Globemaster, and you can see we've got the fire. Are they going to give it a, like, you know, like when they do the hoses? They spray the hoses over the top when it goes out. I wonder if they're going to do that. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? But it's really exciting here at Blackpool Airport. We've got a bit of a crowd here, look. So let's go around the back of there and see if I can get a clearer view. I'm just wondering which way it's going to take off. Is it going to take off towards the east or the west, over the sea? We'll have to wait and see. So I've just come into this bit of spare land here, and I think we might be able to get a clear view of it if I just walk over here, this way. It's quite easy to see into Blackpool Airport if you walk around it. There's also the Morrison Superstore on the other side where you get a cracking view of the red arrows. When the red arrows come in, that's a great place. That's on the other side, but this is parked up on the western side of the airport. So I think I might just be able to get my lens through there. Let's see if we get a clear shot of it. That's not bad, is it? See if we get a little bit closer to it. Oh, there you go. Look at that. What a beast. What a beast. And I don't know, I might be wrong, but I'm guessing that the fire trucks, they might give it a bit of a salute on the way out. We'll wait and see, but we've got this huge plane here at Blackpool Airport this afternoon, and it's drawn quite a crowd. I only heard about it on Facebook, so when I saw it on Facebook I thought I'm going to head down there and catch it. So I thought I'd bring it to you as well. I managed to sneak my camera around the other side of the fence so we can get a little look inside this part of the airport. We're on the western side here. Like I say, you can get a good view of the apron from the Morrison Superstore on the other side, but because this plane is parked up at this end, it's a lot better to see it from this side. So there you go. And it's supposed to be going out, well, they reckon by about 3:30, and at the moment we're just coming up to 3:30, so we'll wait for it to go out, shall we? I think it's going to fly out towards the west. Just got to apologise for being a little bit scruffy. I've been working this month. In fact, I've been working all week this week, yeah. Proper work, yeah. I don't just do YouTube, me, you know. Yeah, so I do look a little bit scruffy. But I said on the last video, I said, you know, they've knocked the police station down. It's just a pile of rubble. We're going to have to find something else to film in Blackpool. But you know what? It's Blackpool, isn't it? And there's always stuff going on in Blackpool. And the airport itself, it's not open for commercial flights. It hasn't been for a good number of years. Jet2 were the last company to fly, and Jet2 were doing really well. They were actually doing really well. And it was only to do with the timing of the airport closing and the control. I think it was the reason why they stopped flying. So they hopefully will bring back commercial flights sometime. So yeah, so I think Blackpool Airport's got some good potential, and they're actually building an enterprise zone around the other side. They've just built a new road. There's going to be a fibre optic cable coming in. The fastest broadband available. It's coming directly across the Atlantic to here. Just seen a helicopter flying out. You know, there's quite a lot of movement here at Blackpool Airport on the quiet, you know. We've got the offshore terminal for the gas rigs in Morecambe Bay. So that's based here. And we do get military aircraft landing quite a bit. We had an RAF jet last week. It was a Dassault Falcon. It was a tri-jet. Quite a rare a small plane. And I managed to catch that last week, and it had a Union flag on the back. It wasn't like this one. It was white with the Union flag. As you can see, this one is painted in the Royal Air Force grey. Is that what you call it? So it's a 4-engine jet, a transporter plane. I'm just wondering why it's here. Someone asked me why it was here, and I said I haven't got a clue, you know. But there'll be quite a few plane spotters around here who probably will know why it's here. They'll know everything about it. They'll know the registration number. They seem to know more than the actual pilots, some of these plane spotters, don't they? No drones allowed. Yes. So the air traffic zone around Blackpool Airport, it's a big circle which extends, is it 2 miles? 2 mile radius. It goes up to Central Pier, around about Central Pier, to the north. So you can fly just north of the Central Pier, you're clear, but anywhere south of the Central Pier, unless you've got permission, you're not allowed to fly a drone within the Blackpool Airport ATZ. Let's see a little bit of movement. A little bit of movement, folks. The fire trucks are moving. Maybe they're not going to give it a salute after all. Did I see someone taking the chops away just before? Well, there's a lot of action here at Blackpool Airport today. There's always something going on in Blackpool, isn't it? And what a day we've got today. We've got temperatures of about highs of 26 degrees. It's just touching about 80 Fahrenheit. And tomorrow it's going to be quite a bit warmer. We're going to have temperatures up to about 30 degrees. And Sunday as well. Oh, there's a massive puff of black smoke over there. Is that the fire? Was that the fire engine? I think it probably was, wasn't it? The fire engines are off now. Can you see the landing gear on the plane? Just look at it. There's like doors there. I think it's one of those planes that you could probably land on a dust airstrip, you know what I mean? A bit like a Hercules. It's one of those planes that you could land on a, you know, on a grass airstrip. I don't know, I might be wrong. Someone will come and say, no, you can't land that on the grass. Well, the fire trucks are heading off to the runway, I think. Can you see them in the background there? The fire trucks, they're heading off. They're probably heading towards the runway. So there goes the other one now. So it's getting so exciting, folks. I think we're going to be seeing this big thing move pretty soon, and hopefully we'll get to see it flying away wherever it's going. Just look at the size of that little jet there compared to this one. Look at that. That is a beast. Well, we've already got a beast in Blackpool. It did its job on the police station, but that was a machine for demolition. Well, we've got another beast in Blackpool today. And it's this RAF C-17 Globemaster. Looks like they're doing a bit of a photo up there. Some photographers down there. Sorry if the picture's a bit weird looking. I'm trying to get you a clear shot through the fence, but yeah, they're just doing a little bit of a photo down there, and hopefully it'll be taken off anytime soon. Does anyone remember the Vulcan bomber that used to be parked out here in front of this hangar here? The Vulcan bomber, yeah. And it was here for years, and it was a bit of a rust bucket, to be honest. And the guy that owned it ended up selling it on eBay. Can you believe it? He sold the Vulcan bomber on eBay, but the guy, it turned a bit sour because the guy that bought it, I believe it was someone in Manchester, bought the Vulcan bomber, which had been here for years, and then he couldn't transport it because it started falling to bits. Because if you're going to buy a plane, it was up to him to take it away, you see, and it all started falling to pieces, yeah. But yeah, so it didn't go very well, that deal. But anyway, they ended up selling it to someone who I believe used it in a pub beer garden, but they chopped the cockpit off and scrapped the rest. So they just used the cockpit. So there you go. Anyone remember the Vulcan bomber? Here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head to the sandhills, because I'm not going to take a chance on watching it just taxi out of here. I'm going to head to the sandhills and we'll get it taken off, and hopefully we'll get it taken off right overhead. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Well, I'm now on Clifton Drive and I'm heading towards the sandhills, and if you look over there you can see we've got a bit of a crowd up there already. Let's see if I can get there in time for it taking off. I'll tell you what, it's pretty tough walking on this dry sand. The things I'll do for a video there. Oh, I've got to get up there. Look at that. What a sight. Here at Blackpool. I'm just going to head over to this hill here. This one's not quite in line, so I'll get you a better view from this one. Can't believe it, folks. And I'm doing this on the hottest part of the day. I thought I'd done my hard work today. I was wrong. Right, I've made it into position, and there's a plane there. It's just waiting just off the runway while another plane comes into land or takes off. There's the runway there. Wow. Can't get a better view than up here, can you? And when the air show's on, the red arrows, this is a great place to come and see them when they come into land and when they take off for the display. Now moving towards the runway. It's going to go down to the far end, turn around and take off to the west. They mostly take off to the west because that's usually where the winds go. The wind's coming from. And did you know that the runways are numbered to do with the angle of degrees in which they face? There's an absolutely amazing view from up here. I can see Cumbria over there. That's Blackcomb in the distance, and here we've got the big one. And as we look towards Blackpool Tower, we can see the fells of the Lake District in the background. It's very clear as we wait for this huge RAF C-17 Globemaster plane to take off from Blackpool Airport. And as I look towards the southwest, we can see the coast of Wales. Look at that. Absolutely stunning views today. Over there we've got Snowdonia. The mountains of Snowdonia. Absolutely insane. How clear is that? Just turning round now to line up with the runway. What an awesome sight this is. Just wait until this takes off. It's going to be pretty awesome. Everyone's getting ready over here. There's people dotted all over the sandhills waiting for this. Just look at this weather we've got. It couldn't be much better, could it? Bet a lot of people in these cars down here are thinking, what are all those people stood up there for? I think we've got ignition, folks. I think that I can see a pile of dust, or is it smoke, or both? Oh, look at this beast, it's taking off. It's coming towards us at a rate of knots. Oh, look at that lift off, that is beautiful. It can take off on short runways. Oh, look at this, folks, this is awesome! Oh my god, look at that! Wow, that was amazing. Look at that. Wow. The things you see in Blackpool. Absolutely incredible. Well, that was a bit of excitement for a Friday afternoon, wasn't it? And like I say, I was working early today and I thought I'd done my hardest work, but my hardest work was still to come. Running down here to get onto the sandhills to catch that beast taking off. What a sight that was. I still don't know why it was here, but I'll put a link in the description if I find out why it was here. But there you go, there's always something happening in Blackpool, and there's a lot of manoeuvres going on at Blackpool Airport. And if you're coming for the red arrows, come here to the sandhills for a cracking view of the planes taking off, as long as they take off this way and not the other way. It all depends on the wind direction. But I'm going to leave it there now, folks. I hope you like the video. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.